Today, my clients from Maryland are closing on their brand new house here in Greenville, South Carolina. And well, this is a trend. Over the last 24 months, a lot of my clientele have come from out of state and they've chosen South Carolina, specifically Greenville and Lake Keowee, for a few reasons. Our mild weather, our location in the United States, right in between Atlanta and Charlotte, our low cost of living, and our overall value that we offer to a homeowner versus other parts of the country. So in this video, we are going to discuss why so many folks from the Northeast are choosing South Carolina as their next home. We're going to discuss things like weather, cost of living, and at the end of the video, I'll give you some real world examples of real estate that my clients have purchased who have moved from out of state. Let's do it. As always, my friends, my name is Sawyer, your friend in real estate here in the Upstate of South Carolina, and it's our goal with this channel that we are your #1 resource for all the things that you need to know about your relocation to the Upstate. We aim to provide you with the most reliable, the most practical, and the most relevant information. And as someone who is going to sell over 100 houses in 2024, when you decide to move to the area, I would love to be the realtor that you choose to work with. So please do me a favor and shoot me an email. So first up, let's talk about cost of living in the Northeast. We all know it. The Northeastern United States is one of the most expensive places to live in the entire country. Residents of the Northeast deal with extremely high property prices, a high degree of stress that comes with trying to keep up with the Joneses, and a very fast pace of life. For example, in Connecticut, if you own a property around $300,000 in value, you'll probably pay in the $5,000 range for property taxes every year. Well, for example, here in Greenville, if you were to buy a property for $300,000, your property tax bill at the end of the year would only come in about $2,000. For a $500,000 house here in the Greenville area, you'll pay about $3,000 in property taxes. And for a $1 million property, you can expect to pay $5,000 to $7,000 in property taxes. In fact, I have a client who is going to be selling a property in New York. Right now, he pays about $12,000 per year in property taxes. He's buying a property just over $400,000, and his property tax bill at the end of next year is probably going to be in that $2,500 range. So a quick question to you is, what could you do with $9,500 more in your pocket at the end of every year? As of the time of this recording, gas prices here in South Carolina are about $2.75 a gallon. And there weren't many states in the Northeast when I was doing research for this video that had average gas prices under $3 a gallon. New York was about $3.20 a gallon. Connecticut was about $3.15 a gallon. And Pennsylvania was the highest at about $3.24 a gallon. And if you use resources like bestplaces.net and you look at all the factors that they use to determine cost of living, you'll find that Greenville's cost of living is about 9% lower than the national average. All right, next up, people. So a lot of my clients from out of state, when they come here the first or second time, will say things to me like, "Will, why are people so kind to me? Why do people talk to me? The lady at the coffee shop this morning held the door for me. That's weird." Well, it's not weird. We're just really nice here and we're courteous. You know, we're probably not running at 100 miles an hour. We're not speeding down the freeway. Just before we shot this video, I had a conversation with a lady from out of state who just visited last week. And she said that she had a 40-minute conversation with some stranger at a restaurant and she could not believe it. So if you're not ready for folks to be nice to you, if you're not ready for folks to be courteous, if you're not ready for folks to not honk at you while you're driving, you probably shouldn't move here from the Northeast. All right, third on the list, let's talk about weather. So Greenville as a whole has pretty mild weather compared to the Northeast, which can experience some bitter cold winters. You know, my client from New York just a couple of weeks ago got about 6 feet of snow on his farm. Well, I have never seen 6 feet of snow in my life here in South Carolina. The most I have ever seen pour at one time was about 5.5 inches. And as a result, the entire upstate of South Carolina shut down for a few days because we didn't know what to do. On average, in the winter times, our temperatures will range in the 50s to low 60s, and at nighttime, they'll be high 30s, low 40s, For example, today in December, it's about 58 degrees outside. However, this morning, it was about 37 degrees outside. In the summertime, we do have some humid weather. However, temperatures during the heat of the day will be low, maybe mid 90s, and at night times it'll cool off and be around 80 degrees. We also have spring and fall where days are in the comfortable 70 degree range and nighttime is in the comfortable 40 to 50 degree range. We tend not to have extreme weather here in South Carolina. We don't experience blizzards. We really don't experience tornadoes. And we very rarely will have any significant issues from hurricanes coming off of the coast. Most of the time we'll just get wind and rainfall. And rarely do we have flooding. There are not many flood zones here. There are not many sinkholes here. And overall, no matter the season, whether it be winter, spring, summer, or fall, the weather is going to be pleasant. So next up on the list, let's talk about work life. So a lot of my clients, whether they're retired, empty nesters, or our young clients, they choose to relocate to Greenville, whether it be for work or because they can work from home. And they are not strapped to their desk. And now a lot of people do not have to live where they work, and that's charged a lot of people to reevaluate what's important to them. And as a result, a lot of those people have chosen to move to the southeast, like Greenville and Lake Keowee, because they see more opportunity for themselves and their families here in the south. Why strap yourself to a lifestyle that forces you to pay obscene real estate prices, obscene real estate taxes, obscene income taxes, and force you to live a lifestyle that you really don't want to live just to keep up? And if you were to leave the Northeast and move to somewhere like Greenville, South Carolina, our skilled labor force is strong here. Our primary fields are education, healthcare, industry, and manufacturing. BMW has their largest plant in the entire world here in Greer. Michelin USA is headquartered here. Tesla has a regional distribution center here. Amazon is opening a regional distribution center here. And there are hordes of companies moving into Greenville County to open up operations. And lastly, let's talk about real estate. First, I'm going to give you a quick one-sentence market update, and then we're going to look at some real-world examples of homes that my clients have bought in the $300,000 range, the $450,000 range, the $650,000 range, and in the $1 million range. So as of October of 2024, real estate prices in our area are up about 4.2%, and sales are up about 6% year to date. In 2025, I anticipate appreciation to be in that 2 to 4% range, and I do anticipate closed sales to be up also. So first up on the list are some folks that I helped from New Jersey relocate to Simpsonville. They bought a $300,000 house. It was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,700 square foot home on less than a quarter acre in a really cute subdivision here in Simpsonville. And as a $300,000 buyer, you can expect to find a quaint single-family home or a townhome, likely with a 1-car or 2-car garage, probably going to be on less than a quarter acre, and you're probably going to be in an established subdivision. It can be new, or it could be a little bit older. Now, if you're a buyer in that $450,000 range, you can expect to find a wide variety of real estate, most likely in the suburbs in and around Greenville. This will range from a 1,800 square foot house all the way to a 3,500 square foot house. Just depends on where it is. For example, I sold a house earlier this year to some folks up in Travelers Rest. This is a corner lot with seasonal mountain views. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath house with a bonus room. It's about 2,300 square feet on about half an acre. Or earlier this year, my clients from out of state bought this corner lot in Malden. This home is 5 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms. It's about 3,500 square feet with a 3-car tandem garage. For a home in the $650,000 range, your options start to open up a lot. You can find custom builds in this price range. You can find homes on a little bit of land in this price range, or you can find a single family or a townhouse moments from Main Street in downtown Greenville. For example, some of my out-of-state clients bought this property walking distance to Unity Park in downtown Greenville. It's a 3-bed, 3-bath house, 1,800 square feet, and it's a detached single-family home. Or a young couple from New York who bought this custom-built brick home earlier this year in Simpsonville for just under $700,000. And for $1 million, give or take, here in our area, your options really open up. You can find, obviously, custom built homes in gated neighborhoods. You can find condos and townhomes in downtown Greenville. You can find single family homes in downtown Greenville. You'll be in some of the best neighborhoods in our area, in the best suburbs in our area as well. For example, one of my clients just sold this house in one of the more coveted neighborhoods in Greenville. This sold for just over $1 million. It's waterfront in the community, and it was a little over 4,000 square feet. Or my client from Pennsylvania who recently sold this custom-built Charleston-style brick home with an oversized detached garage just below Travelers Rest in the Furman University area just north of downtown Greenville. So if Greenville or Lake Keowee sound like a place that you want to enter into your next stage of life at, do me a favor, give me a call at my cell phone number below or shoot me an email at my email below. I would love to be the realtor that you choose to work with when you decide to move south. As always, my friends, my name is Will Sawyer, your friend in real estate, and until next time, stay safe. Well, this video is going to be about Greenville County, the upstate of South Carolina. Great thing to do and easily in the evening. I'm a local real estate expert here in the area. All the time, we're right behind me is a really cool place called Freight Yard.